walked through sunshine, we stood in rain. We've danced in joy and we've wept through pain. Through every valley, through every climb, a love eternal stands the test of time. Faith, fun, and forever love, built on grace sent from above. Through storms that shake, through skies that clear, His hand has held us year by year.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're a little tardy, but
Are we?
it's been a day. Yeah, it's a little bit. We're seven after, but
7 after.
it's
That's
been
not
a-
bad.
it's been a day.
That's not bad at all. I mean, don't get me wrong. We strive to be timely all the time, but sometimes things pop up, and you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to
But
do.
hey, we appreciate those of you that are here today
It's
on
Monday
another
again.
Marriage Monday. These Mondays come so fast. It is unbelievable. Every time I look around, it's another Monday.
That part.
Luckily, though, I don't equate any day as a bad day.
It's good to have a Monday.
It's good to have a Monday,
Means
So-
you had a great weekend.
or at least a good enough weekend that you survived it. But you know what? You ought to have a great day every day. You ought to change your belief system to believe that every day is going to be an incredible day. And today is an incredible day for you who are tuning in to Marriage Encounters with Bill and Michelle. We are excited that you are here. And
Yeah.
today we're going to experience loving through life's changes.
Yeah.
Catch that. Go ahead.
Last week we talked about spring seasons and how growth can be uncomfortable. And so this week, today, we're going to talk about summer. And I don't know where you are in the world, but you know, the weather is kind of popping right now. And so we are getting to that place where it's feeling like summer, even though it's technically still spring. So summer is the season where we begin to see the results of what we've planted. We were out in our garden on yesterday and we're able to pull in a bunch of zucchini and a bunch of squash. And we've got a few tomatoes that are actually growing now. And we were able to pull out some beets and, you know, just other things that we had planted. We planted some greens last week, and with all the rain and all of the sunlight we've had, they're growing already. And so what we planted a few weeks ago even is starting to grow. So the work you've done, the things that you've been doing, the times, the conversations that you've been having, all the seeds that you have sown, it's now time for us to enjoy the fruit. And so that's what summer allows us to do. So some of us, you know, when we think about couples, when we think about, you know, what we're doing and spending time together, how do we really build life together? I mean, sometimes we forget to enjoy the time.
Right. And
We can get so busy doing stuff.
well, yeah. How do you enjoy the time? And sometimes the moments might not be that big, but can you enjoy every moment together? That takes work. You got to do that on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, you're just two couples coming and going.
Two people.
Yeah, coming and going, doing their thing individually, and you come together. You sleep in the same bed.
That's
Maybe
good.
share the same bathroom or whatever, but at the end you're not connected. And so sometimes you get caught up in raising kids if you still have children or young children, or even worse,
Even
teenagers.
grandkids or
Nowadays,
grandkids.
Or making sure the bills are paid, working
Yeah.
jobs, managing schedules, solving problems both within and without of your marriage. And before you know it, you become business partners instead of life partners. So you work, it's like your company is doing marvelous, but your marriage is failing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't miss the blessing while managing the responsibility. I need to repeat that. I rolled the tape back. Don't miss the blessing while you're so busy managing the responsibility. Okay? Because many couples are praying for things that they've already received. God's already gave you grace. He's already gave you the partner for your lifetime. But now you have to manage that. Remember, in the Garden of Eden, God sent them in this, you describe it as a beautiful place, a beautiful garden. Everything that they ever needed was in the garden. But check out what God told them. He said, look, everything is there that you need for life, to sustain life, but you have to manage it. That's why he said you have to guard it. You got to protect it. You've got to manage it, because even a blessing left unprotected will grow out of control.
like our zucchini.
Like our zucchini that lost his mind. So even in the Garden of Eden, they had responsibility. So God's put you in this wonderful relationship, this blessed and beautiful thing called happily ever after. But you got to manage that. You got to cultivate it. You got to protect it. You got to weed eat around it. You got to water it. You got to pick fruit from it.
Spray the bugs.
Spray the bugs. All of that, right? So sometimes we get so busy managing life that we don't stop to appreciate the life that we're managing.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is that sometimes we're so focused on, the grind, and we're so focused on survival. We get into that survival mode until we're grinding and we're building, but we're not celebrating and we're not being excited about where we are right now. Can we smell the roses? Can we be excited about where we are right now? And not be so worried about the grind. I think, again, I talk about it a lot. I feel like COVID really put us in this, all gas, no brakes. We got to be going. Because people were doing things from home and we didn't get out of that hustle mentality. And so, we've taken that from a business standpoint and we put it in every aspect of our lives, and everything's about all gas, no brakes, hustle, making sure that we're shining.
You can sleep when you die. And all that ridiculous stuff.
And that whole ideal of, being shiny to the world. Well, shiny to the world is great, but are you shining to each other?
Oh, and sometimes you're shiny, but you can't pay your bills.
That's true.
You just front and I'm not a big fan of the fake it till you make it, because faking it can get you in financial trouble. Get your relationships in trouble. So now just be where you are and enjoy where you are till you get to where you're going. How about that?
Yeah.
Enjoy the moments.
Yeah. And one of the strongest predictors of healthy marriages is friendship. Do y'all truly like each other? Can you, hang out? Yes, it's great to be in love and, have the sparks and but do you have a true, is this person your friend? Do you still enjoy each other's company? Do you still laugh together? Do you still have fun together? Are there times when, can y'all just go in and sit and have a conversation? Like last night we were in the garden and we were working, but we were, talking about all kinds of stuff. And so what are you doing? Are there times when you can, get off the social medias, when you can get off grid? The other piece too is go on vacation, and guess what? Take pictures if you want to, but you don't have to be on social media.
See, that's the ridiculous
post.
part.
Generally when I post, people are saying, "Oh, have a good time." When I'm posting on the way home.
Right.
You're not seeing things in real time. Very rarely, every now and then. But for the most part, I'm not showing you stuff in real time. When you see my pictures, I'm on my way home.
Why? Because
I'm already home.
We're going to enjoy that time away and that time together without the interruption of social media. The message on my phone says it was after 5 o'clock. I'm not calling you till tomorrow. And if you call me on the weekend, I don't return calls.
And sometimes his message when we're on vacation is, "I am gone. Don't leave a message."
Yeah, don't leave a message. Why? Because I'm going to purposely enjoy the time that we have, because you do realize that there are robbers and thieves all around us. They rob you of your time, right? They steal the opportunities that you have, and they don't mean it, because they just want to say, "Hey, girl, what you doing?" Or, "Hey," no. You're taking time away from what's important to me. And most people don't have the ability, that's a real nice way of putting that, to be able to manage that. So you just allow people to dump stuff on you until you're at capacity. Now you're mad, angry, and frustrated, but you need to be mad, angry, and frustrated at yourself. But what you can do is you can develop a habit early on of saying, "Listen, this is when I'm available. And when I'm not available, I'm not available."
That was the good part about having a house phone.
Yeah.
You can call if you want to.
We ain't answering.
We ain't at home.
Right. That was that. I agree with you. That was a wonderful thing about.
It didn't go everywhere with you.
No,
you weren't always available.
I had a tenant call me yesterday. He said, "Well, I was just trying to pay you some money. Okay, I appreciate that, but I'll get it from you Monday. I'd rather you not call me on Sunday, even though he's trying to give me some money. No, you're interrupting my time, and I'm 61 years old. My time is valuable."
Well, and I thought that's where you were going when you started talking about the thieves and the robbers. I thought you were really going to talk about the fact that we don't know how much time we have.
We don't.
Everybody has an expiration date, and it's not, it's not like it's stamped on the bottom of your foot that says this is how many days you have. You don't know. And so, do we take for granted the fact that our spouse is with us, or that we've got these things, or we're doing all of these things, and we don't know how much time we have? We're putting things off for later, or we're saying, oh, I'll collect my retirement when I'm 70. Are you guaranteed 70?
One of these old days and all this kind of right. I think, we need to learn to manage time, especially concerning your marriage, and you need to learn to manage time together. Mm-hmm. When I say manage time, I'm not talking about, well, it's 12:17, we got till 12:30 or whatever. Right. I'm talking about the quality time that you have with each other needs to be managed. Protected. Protect is a better word.
Yeah.
So that you don't have,
because if you manage it, then you can feel like it's part of your schedule.
Right.
Versus protecting. If I'm protecting it, then I'm going to be much more diligent about making sure that it's carved out and that it's not interrupted.
Right. I mean, to the point where, what are we doing today? We just gonna sit here and chill. That's what I'm gonna do.
That is what you're gonna
do. That's
do.
exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch you call my phone while I don't answer.
That's the good part about caller ID.
Yeah, I mean, and I know sometimes y'all think, dang, Van is harsh. No, I'm not. But I understand that if I don't, here we go,
set a boundary,
protect my time, it will be stolen from me.
Yeah.
And it, not from the point of expiring and passing away, but it will be stolen from by other people with their conversations. They're needing to do this. They're pulling on you, and you don't know how to stop that. So you have to put boundaries in place, especially when you're spending quality time with your spouse. You ought to even put boundaries on each other. In this time, the phone stayed down. Mm-hmm. Or the phone stays in the house, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
When we were in St. Thomas, one of the couples, he left his phone at home.
Yeah.
But they had dropped, I think, an hour to the airport, and they were already 45 minutes in the drive. And she said, "Well, do you want to just try and run back and go get it?" He said, "No, it'll be all right. Yeah. The people who really need us have your number."
Right.
And I said, "Man, that's great," because he spent the whole time not worrying about the phone.
His phone never rang.
His phone never rang the whole time he was there. It never rang. He never had to answer it. Right. So and when he done that, that's when I came up with the idea. Listen, I'm out of town. I'll be back on such and such date. You can call me then. Do not, I repeat, do not leave a message.
Yeah, he did.
Right. So, but not understand that when you're celebrating small things or celebrating your happily ever after, everything doesn't have to be a grandiose celebration. You need to learn how to celebrate the smallest victories. And I heard a guy say that yesterday. I'm like, did you steal that from me? He's a bigger known speaker. He's a big known speaker. I'm like, wait a minute. I used to say that all the time.
He could have said that about you. Did you steal that from
me? He could have said that about me. But you celebrate the smallest victories, right? You don't have to wait for that. That's been my thing for 20 years?
At least.
So you don't wait for a big grandiose occasion. Like in 2 weeks, I'm just saying, for instance, we're going to such and such. Boy, we're going to really have a good time there. How about having a good time now?
Yeah.
Because honestly, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're waiting on a major milestone to celebrate when we should celebrate every milestone along the journey.
And that's, celebrating those little things. We were able to eat at home all week. Just what are some things, just things that you need to look at. Hard week, we survived. Gosh, it was a really rough week. We had a lot going on. We've had some weeks that have just been like, oh my gosh. And then to just be able to decompress and to have that time together. a goal accomplished, a prayer answered. We've had some things that over the last couple of weeks that we've really been looking at and trying to figure out with business. And, they just have worked out in ways that only God could have done, because they were not in our imagination.
Right.
When we think about overcoming, again, depending on where you are in life, we're at that stage where, we're a little older. And so there's some things that, don't necessarily work like they used to work. Yeah. A little more hormonal, a little bit more, making sure that we're taking care of our bodies. And so, did we get that opportunity to work out all week? And, are we celebrating that? Are we having good conversations? Are we having moments where we can stop and we can go to dinner together, or sit down and have a really good meal at home together and not have to worry about anybody else? And can we do that without being interrupted?
Well, you can do it, and you can manage the interruptions. You can have great conversation over a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right. It doesn't
so
have to
choose.
be major.
Yeah, well, I think we try and focus on the major and don't understand that minor moments make up a major move.
Ooh, that was good.
I know that was good. Now, don't be trying to steal my
That
stuff.
was good.
All right.
All right. Point number 3, we need to make time for joy.
Mhm.
What brings you joy? And here's the thing. Sometimes people don't know that. People have not taken the time to figure out what brings them joy. Joy doesn't just happen. You have to make room for it. Many couples schedule appointments and meetings and practices and obligations, but they never schedule fun.
Mm.
I have a business meeting that I have to go to over this weekend. And one of the things that we decided was, hey, while we have this opportunity, let's schedule some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's intentional. How do you schedule that time to say, you know what? Yeah, we've got business to take care of, but we're going to do an extra day. We're going to do a set aside time, and we're going to just go and have fun. We're going to go explore. We're going to go have adventure.
Right. Yeah. She's got a business meeting. I got a business meeting with the beach. Hey, I'm just, you know what? Not literally, but you have to schedule those times, right? If everything on your calendar is work, eventually your relationship will feel like work too. So it's just another job, just another responsibility that you got to clock into, that you never clock out of, but you got to clock into, and everything becomes work. And when it becomes work, it siphons all of the fun, all of the adventure, all of the excitement out of it. Because this is just like my 9-to-5 job, it seems like. So you got to make sure that your relationship needs work, but it doesn't become a piece of work.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It needs work because you got to manage it. You got to maintain it. You got to maintenance it, but don't make it into a piece of work. Right. So point number 4, gratitude changes perspective. When you have gratitude, it changes perspective. One of the quickest ways to improve a marriage is to become intentional about gratitude. What does it mean to show gratitude?
Well, I think you're looking at how do I make sure, one of y'all is cooking or getting food or doing, however y'all are eating. Do we tell our spouse? So I tend to cook and he tends to clean. So
The dishes.
right.
Okay.
We're talking about eating.
Yeah, I know, but I want people to think that I'm just home with an apron around my
Well,
waist.
if they know you, they know good well you're not at home with the apron on. Come on now. So there is a piece in which I cook dinner. He makes sure that the dishes are washed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but sometimes it's really good when, even though that's the part that I'm going to do, for him to say, oh my gosh, that was a great meal. Thanks for cooking, whatever. And so sometimes we take for granted the things that our spouses do, and we don't ever tell them or show them appreciation. And so you get burned out, you get, you feel resentful for doing when doing those kinds of things. And so part of that gratitude is just going back and saying, hey, thanks for doing your part. Thanks for making sure that the dishes are cleaned up. Thanks for making sure my car had gas in it, or whatever it might be. But just being appreciative of that, being in a space where we're thankful, that we have the things that we have, whatever that might be, however big or small it is. We've had people that live in some, a 1-bedroom place, and they're grateful for that little 1-bedroom place. Right. And so you can tell they're grateful. Why? Because they take care of it. The floor is clean. You walk in and everything is immaculate. Why? Because I'm grateful that I was given the opportunity to be in this space.
That's an indicator too, that you are grateful and you appreciate something by how well you take care of it. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day. All right. So one of the things that we need to make sure that we do that we begin to notice more what's right and focusing on what's wrong. Mm-hmm. Because you can find a whole lot of wrong in any and everything.
Absolutely.
Somebody could give you $100 and you mad because they gave it to you in $10 bills. Right. I mean, you can find something wrong with everything. And the news media and social media, to be honest with you, helps us focus on what's wrong. But in your marriage, you need to begin to focus on what the right things are, what's right in the marriage. And it might just be that y'all, are just spending time together. It might be that, you're able to take a little vacation or whatever it is. We have some friends that I perform their marriage and they're on vacation in the Bahamas. And I am as excited for them as they are in going, because they get to spend some quality time together. All right. So don't spend your whole life waiting on the next chapter. Turn the page.
Yeah. So enjoy the season that you're in. There are, when we think about chapters of a book, you may be on chapter 12. You may be on chapter 5, whatever that is. Every season, every chapter won't be easy. It won't be carefree. It won't be, without its little hiccups. But appreciate all of those, because every time that we go through a situation, every time we conquer an enemy that comes into our space, 1, we get a little bit stronger. And 2, we are now able to push forward knowing that we have a united front. We are a team. And so we're not trying to do this thing. We're not fighting each other. We are coming together and making sure that we are doing this together. So as we prepare for the future and, look at all the things that are good, we don't prepare so much for tomorrow that we forget about enjoying today and making sure that today is a quality day with our forever after.
That's good. We don't get so focused on tomorrow that we forget to enjoy today. That's real good. Because at the end of the day, you prayed for this marriage, right? You worked for this marriage. You survived some things together, ups and downs and challenges that life brings. And take a moment then and enjoy the blessing that God has gifted you with, because it will not last forever. Mm-hmm. I mean, happily ever after comes with until death do we part. Mm-hmm. So that's an indicator. It will not last forever. But the time that you have together should be quality time and time that you enjoy each other's company while you're here on earth. What's it say in Song of Solomon?
The flowers appear on the earth and the season of singing has come. There's a season for planting. If we go back to, Ecclesiastes, there's a time for everything. There is a season for planting. There is a season for working. There is a season for singing, for celebrating, for enjoying what God has done. Everything, there is a season. And that's what we're really, really trying to get you to focus on this in this month, is looking at the season that you are in. All right. So let's look at some love work.
Love work for this week, our summer date challenge. This week, answer these questions together. Number 1, what is one of your favorite memories of us? Number 2, What do you enjoy most about our relationship right now?
No
Number
children.
3. What is something we've accomplished together that we should celebrate? Right? Doesn't have to be nothing major. Doesn't have to be nothing big. Maybe you just paid off your J.C. Penney's card or whatever.
Or maybe you just paid a bill on time.
There you go. There you go. What would make this summer feel special for us? What could we do that would just set it off and make it be a summer to remember? How can we bring more fun into our marriage?
Yeah.
How are you going to bring more fun? You got to work on bringing fun. Fun just don't come.
True.
You got to work on fun. You got to purposely, intentionally do things that you enjoy together. All right. So our schedule date, then schedule a date for this week, right?
We got a date. Oh yeah, we got dates this week.
Yeah. What is that?
This week?
Yeah, schedule a date for this week.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be expensive. Doesn't have to be elaborate.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be warm, so you may or may not want to go outside. But just think about what in this summer season. Now, granted, by calendar we're not in summer season, but in this season, this week, we're talking about summer. So think about, what is something that we planted, and now we're starting to see the benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's your time together, your dedicated coming together, having conversation time, whether it's whatever it is in your marriage, what have you intentionally been doing, that seed that you've been planting that is now you're seeing benefit from it. So strong marriages aren't built only through hard work, but they're strengthened through shared joy and shared fun. And so we encourage you, find what brings you joy together, and find what is fun. What can y'all do? Can you just go? Can you go to the park? What can you do? Again, we lose that little kid inside of us, and both of us have it. How can we go and have fun? Too often as adults, we don't know how to have fun. We're too serious. We're doing too much. Relax. Just have fun.
And then just enjoy the journey. All right. Don't just survive together, but learn to enjoy each other. All right. And until next week.
We're going to talk about learning to let go next week.
Wow. Letting go of bad habits, things that are counter to your happily ever after.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, celebrate the season that you're in. Make some room for joy, right? And don't forget to enjoy the fruit of your labor.
Yeah.
And until then, we want you to keep building your relationship with faith, fun, and forever love. Practice making babies. Do it doggy style.
Not together. Hit it again.
Thank you for watching, and make sure that you join us on YouTube and our webpage, Marriage Encounters with Bill and Michelle at Weebly.com.